It's 7:45 p.m. on May 4th, 2013, and excuse me while I choke on the smoke here. The fire department seems to be packing up and leaving this area. This is the Castine Road, which is off the Ridge Road, and it's the road of the Clinton County Convenience Station. We're quite a ways back into the woods, and the fire departments from around the North Country have been here battling a brush fire. This is at least the second one in the town of Champlain within a week's time. Earlier this week they battled one on the Leggett Road in Champlain. It's a day with the temperatures in the 70s. Not one of our hottest days, but it's a mild day. The remaining firemen seem to be enjoying the sandwiches and such. And we see the fire chief here. Maybe we can get a word from him. Peter Timmons, can you talk to me for a moment?
1 second.
Just 1 second. All right, get a drink. Well, I can understand that. It's thirsty work. On the way down here, we met a Cadyville truck and a Beekmantown brush truck leaving the scene. When we arrived, we saw mowers leaving. Well, I believe it was one of their tankers. And this is what happens when you get a brush fire, when there's a band burn on. You also get a visit from Nikon. This is a Saturday afternoon. I just got back from watching a movie in Plattsburgh, and went to my emails and checking out Facebook, and we noticed that a couple of departments had put a notice on that they were being called here 2 hours ago from what I saw, and that was maybe 20 minutes ago, so I'm guessing that the call might have come in the vicinity of 5:30 or so, or 5 to 5:30. A lot of mud around. As everyone knows, watching this in 2013, it's a very dry spring. We're in the middle of a nice little warm spell that is going to go about 10 days before we're going to see any rain from the start to the finish of that time period. I see Alberg is among the departments that came. Just saw an Ellenberg Depot, I think it was Ellenberg Depot, and not Ellenberg Center truck take off. We see a fireman next to us going around picking up water bottles. They're here to fight the fire, but they want to make sure they clean up after themselves. And as these two Alberg trucks leave, we have a clearer view of behind there. Fire Chief Peter Timmons. It's at least the second time I know of this week that you've been to a brush fire.
Yeah.
I think the other one was a little more involved than this one turned out to be.
A little bit more involved, but it was 2.7 acres. This is 2.6 acres. So, 1/10 of an acre more.
So right now it's about 10 of 8. Time did you get the call?
Around 4 o'clock.
Around 4 o'clock. Okay, let me adjust this camera here.
According to the homeowner, he was up here at 1 o'clock. There was nothing burning, and then all of a sudden it started, and we got called for it, and this is what we found.
Okay. And it spread into the brush, did it?
Yeah, took off into woods.
What happens now when we got a burn ban? I see a an Icon truck here.
DEC comes out and they figure out if it's negligent, and if it is, then they're going to get fined because there's absolutely no burning now when the burn ban is on. It goes on March 15th till May 16th. Last year it was till October 30th they put it on due to the dryness of the season. If we don't get no rain, they're going to extend it again here. They've been out all day with burns, so this is our second burn today, but this is the bigger one.
I drove through Chazy on the way home, and I could smell smoke in that area. I don't know if there was a fire in that area today.
They had one there yesterday down in Chazy. Yeah,
that's probably what I was smelling then. So this is a good save because that woods is awfully dry. A lot of stuff out there that can burn. And
it was progressing pretty fast when we got here, but we automatically took our small engine and we put it way in the back, our engine 144, put it way in the back and used the water we had to cut it off. And then we only had east and west to worry about.
Luckily there's no wind today.
There was wind when we got here. That's why it traveled north. So.
Okay. So right now we're in a situation where the weatherman is saying no rain for another week.
Yeah.
And today is the 4th.
Yeah.
So it looks like almost a sure thing that this ban burn is going to be extended.
Yeah.
And for darn good reason, I think.
Yeah.
Even though your lawns are turning green right now and you got to mow your grass,
there's still a lot of vegetation in the woods to where it's just going to take off on you. You ain't going to catch it as a normal homeowner. It's going to go.
Any idea how many departments you called in today?
We called all the way to Denimora. We called Beekmantown, Washazy, District 3, Canada, Vermont's here.
It's Alberg, it's Cadyville, leaving.
All the way down as far as District 3, Beekmantown, Cumberland Head, all them guys, and Denimora, Cadyville, Moores, Ellenberg Center, Depot, Cherubusco, we called that way, and Canada and Vermont.
Wasn't that long ago that a lot of firemen were out all night at the Saxony. A big fire there, and you had, like I said, a bunch of fires in the last week. Are you guys getting kind of weary?
Since Wednesday, this is the 9th fire we've been to, so it's time to stop.
I don't mean to, it's the only phrase I can think of, but you get burned out even on...
And that's what happens. It's, we have a full-time job, we have a family to take care of too, and we volunteer for this, and it's just, we have to go, and that's what our job is as a volunteer, and we continue to get up and go, whether it's 1 or 2 in the morning, don't matter, or 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
So even if it's not missing your work or missing your sleep, it's just relaxing time. Or
that word.
Today
still out here again, yeah.
Today I was at a movie to come back and find this, where you guys aren't allowed that luxury of going to the movies.
We leave a lot of hot meals on the table and a lot of family time we lose by doing this.
I see a bunch of sandwiches here. How did those come in?
We have the auxiliary make them. Normally the auxiliary will bring the food and stuff up, but we had one guy here, he offered to go get it with our fire department van. He went down backstage, picked them up. He's made 2 trips already, so.
Okay. Anything else that you think I ought to talk about?
We just want people not to burn till after the burn ban is done, and they have to watch the paper. DEC's talking about extending it. And if you do burn and they do release it, the burn ban, you need to go get a burn permit at the town of Champlain. They're free. Please take the time to go get them and get it done.
Right.
That's just, it's not so we know what's going on. It's so that if somebody calls you on a cell phone, you're all legal, and because we have a burn permit, DEC comes in, you're going to get a ticket.
And somebody sees smoke, and they right away think it's a fire, but if you're aware of it, that's after the burn ban.
After the burn ban.
Right.
That's if they don't extend it, because they're talking about right now extending it.
Right. But if and when it does come off, and like you said, last year wasn't until October, but if and when it does come off this year, you still can't burn without that permit. Right now you can't burn at all.
Can't burn at all.
All right.
Whether the fire's big or small, there's no burning at all, period. Unless you're in a campsite, that's the only place they allow it, and it's got to be a 3x3, and that's it. Anything on the back road, somebody's going to call it in, and DC's going to be coming. So.
Yes, and 3x3 isn't going to be...
And they do issue tickets. They don't hesitate, so...
Well, you can figure the manpower that was spent...
Well, yeah, anywhere from 100 to 150 manpower out here today, plus we've had brush trucks all over the county. Canada's here, Vermont's here, and all we're asking is please don't burn, and once the burn ban is lifted and you do burn, get the burn permit, and you have to be with it from the time you start to the time you put it out. don't start it and leave, because then this is what ends up right here.
Okay, thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
Up there is where I was, and we can turn our camera here and see a scorched area right here, so you can see it was starting to spread. And if it hadn't been caught when it was, this woods goes toward the Tallman Road and up toward the Northway and Route 11 heading north. This is looking toward the north right here, and this is looking toward the east heading toward the convenience station. So that'll wrap it up. Another nice save by the firemen. Would prefer probably to have spent the afternoon at home with their families. May the 4th, 2013, Hometown Cable.